So you're thinking about investing into new homes, but maybe you don't have too much cash on hand and you're just wondering whether or not you can use the equity that you have built in your house to buy this property. What's going on, everybody? It's Blandon here from Mortgage HQ, and in this video I'm going to show you how you can buy without deposit, why new builds might be a great place to start for a new investor, and show you exactly what kind of limit you can go with on your next build, the exact calculation. And if you stay till the end, I'm going to share with you which bank is going to be best for new builds right now. So how can you buy without a deposit? Now, if you had a property for a couple of years, the value would have increased over time. Hopefully, as long as you didn't buy a lemon. But if you have subscribed to this channel already, I'm very certain that you have bought well. Now, since the value of the house has gone up, you can actually go back to the bank and ask for a top-up. So a top-up is the bank lending you more money based on the new value of the property and giving you this chunk of money that you can use as a deposit on the next house. Now, with property prices shooting up about 20% in the last sort of 18 months, there is a good chance that most of you will have enough equity that you can recycle and use as a deposit on the next property. So there are three good reasons that new builds make a great starter for new investors. Firstly, it requires less deposit. If you're buying an existing property as an investment, you need 40% deposit. If you buy a new build, however, you only have to put down just 20% deposit. So let's say if we could ask the bank for $150,000 to borrow against your current equity, this can go down as a 20% deposit, and it will allow you to buy something in the $750K range as a new build investment. This would give you a lot of two-bedroom options in Auckland, and if you looked outside of Auckland, you will find a lot of 3 to 4 bedroom options at that price range. Secondly, new builds are actually easier to manage. Generally speaking, new builds are brand new, so there are less maintenance costs. And since it's new, you will attract a bigger pool of tenants that will come through to apply for your property, so you have more tenants to choose from and you can find the best one that's going to be best for long term. Thirdly, there are some tax advantages. On new builds, the mortgage interests are actually tax deductible. What does that actually mean? Let's say if you end up with a $700K new build, you buy it with 100% finance, the government, give or take, will give back around $6,000 in tax for you to actually service that property. So around $700,000 purchase price, based on a typical family, get another $6,000 back from the government. Now, although that $6,000 is going to be very small in comparison to the capital gains that you're getting from the property, which is the main thing of why we buy properties, it's actually great for new investors to just juggle that cash flow with that just extra bit of tax money. Now, of course, there are both pros and cons for new builds, so be sure to check out our 6-part series on new builds so you can learn more about the pros and cons and some of the things that you need to watch out for. So how can you work out the limits on the next build purchase? I'm going to show you an easy way to work this out. Now, this is assuming that you have one property at the moment. So simply take the value of your property, of what you think it's worth, or if you want a quick reference guide, you can go to homes.co.nz. If you want a proper bank valuation, some bank apps will have that inside your login. You can also just email us, support@mhq.co.nz, email us your address, we can send you a bank valuation at no cost. Once you have this value, multiply it by 0.8 on your calculator, then minus your mortgage, then from that figure divided by 0.2. This will give you the max purchase price on your next new build. So again, let's take an example of $1 million house price. 1 million times 0.8, and if the mortgage is $600,000, we minus $600,000 and divide that new number by 0.2, which would give us a max purchase price of $1 million. This is what you can use as a limit for your new build. Now, of course, the missing equation here is servicing capacity. How much can the bank lend based on your current income levels? This is where our advisors will be able to give you some good directions and give you a strategy that can help you to achieve a better borrowing power. If you want to work out how much you can borrow quickly, you can try the mortgage snapshot tool on mhq.co.nz. It takes 90 seconds. It will give you a rough figure on how much you can borrow based on your current financial position. And once you complete this, you can actually also book a time with an advisor who will give you a more in-depth analysis on what your options are. Now, as promised, the best banks for new builds at the moment are ANZ and ASB, as they offer a special interest rate for new builds that is under 2%. This is a great incentive to sort of explore some of these new build options while the government is still giving good incentives to invest in new builds. So if you learned something, don't ask for much, just for you to smash the like button for the YouTube algorithm. Until next time, see you guys again.